Hey sis, welcome back to Healing, Hustle, and Home. This is the glow up season, and today's conversation, it feels like a deep exhale. I'm Ashley Springs, educator, mentor, sports mom, and your glow up bestie. And today's episode, we're talking about something special that sounds gentle, but it's actually powerful. A soft life that needs structure. Not a rigid structure, not corporate structure, not hustle harder structure. I'm talking about routines that hug you back because a lot of moms want a softer life. They want less chaos, they want less pressure, less mental load. But we don't always realize that softness doesn't come from doing less. It comes from designing better. Softness without structure, that turns into overwhelm. Structure without softness turns into burnout. But when they work together, that's when life starts to feel spacious instead of frantic. So if I want peace, but my life feels messy. I want rest, but everything feels behind. I want a soft life, but I'm drowning in responsibilities. This episode is for you. Take a deep breath, let your shoulders drop, and let's talk. Here's the truth that we don't always hear in the soft life conversation. Soft doesn't mean unstructured. Soft means supported, and support comes from systems. Your life doesn't need more effort. It needs better flow. When your routines are intentional, they hold you. When your routines are aligned, they reduce decision fatigue. When your routines are simple, they free your mind. And money routines now, they are a huge part of that because nothing disrupts your softness like financial stress. You can have a calm home, but if your mind is constantly worrying about your bills, about your expenses, about how are we truly going to make this work, your nervous system never actually resets. So today, we're reframing structure as not punishment, not restriction, but care. Your routines are not meant to trap you. They're meant to carry you. Yes, they're meant to carry you. There was a season in my life where I desperately wanted a soft life. And let's keep it real. I still want a soft life, a softer life, okay? Because I told you a soft life is all about support. And I'm setting up my soft life by putting systems into place that support me, okay? But there was a season in my life where I wanted desperately to have a soft life. I wanted the calm mornings, the peaceful mornings, less rushing, less scrambling, less feeling behind. But my days didn't feel soft at all. They felt reactive. I was constantly putting out fires emotionally, logistically, and definitely financially. Bills would pop up and catch me off guard. Y'all talking about boom, boom, punch in the face. Schedules felt chaotic. I would end my week feeling exhausted and scattered, wondering where all my energy went. And I remember thinking this, if this is what adulthood looks like, your girl don't want it. But what I realized was something very important. The problem wasn't that I was doing too much. Nope. The problem was I had no rhythm. I was just going through the motions. I had no Sunday reset. I had no money check-ins. I had no predictable systems, no intentional structure. I was just living life in reaction mode instead of design mode. Yes. And once I started building those simple routines, especially around my money, everything started to change for me. Now, was it a fast change? Absolutely not. Not overnight, not magically, but steadily. My mind felt calmer. My body felt less tense. My home felt more peaceful. and my soft life stopped feeling like a fantasy and started feeling more like a plan. Yeah. Let me ask you something gently. Does your life feel soft or does it feel chaotic? Not in a judge yourself kind of way, just in a real way. Because the only person that you really need to be real with is yourself, not me. I'm just here to have a conversation. Do your mornings feel rushed? Do your evenings feel scattered? Do you spend your Sundays exhausted instead of reset? And when you think about your money, do you feel calm or do you feel a quiet knot in your stomach? Because softness isn't just about what you do, it's about how your body feels inside of your days. If your nervous system is always on high alert, your life doesn't feel soft, even if it looks put together. So you can have your hair done, your nails done, and have on the cutest clothes, girl. You can step into the room looking great. But if it doesn't feel soft, it ain't soft. Okay? Here's what most people get wrong. They think structure is about control, but real structure is about safety. Structure tells your brain you don't have to worry about everything at once. Structure reduces decision fatigue for you. Structure prevents that last minute scrambling. Structure creates emotional space for you. And when money routines are emotional routines, they don't just help your bank accounts, they help your nervous system. When you have simple money habits, you are not constantly wondering if you can afford things because you know. You're not constantly stressing about those upcoming bills. You're not constantly feeling behind, and you're not constantly avoiding your finances because clarity brings peace for you. Predictability brings ease. And that's what makes this soft life possible. Softness is not accidental. Softness is not something that somebody else gives us. It is designed through gentle structure. So let's talk about some practical, real, doable routines that you can put in place. Routine number 1, the Sunday reset. This one right here is going to be your weekly hug to yourself. Your Sunday reset is not about doing everything. It's about closing one week intentionally and opening the next one with clarity. This is your emotional, your mental, and your financial reset. So it can look like tidying your high traffic spaces, glancing at your week ahead, checking your calendar, resetting your mindset. And yes, a small money check-in. Not stressful, y'all. Not overwhelming, just intentional. What do I have going on? Ask yourself, what bills are coming up this week? That way you don't, have that boom, boom, pop up bill and have a fire to put out. Ask yourself, did anything surprise me financially last week? What do I want to feel like financially this week? Think of your Sunday reset as a soft landing into your week, not another chore. Routine number 2 is your weekly money date. Make this calm, not chaotic. A money date is not punishment. It's a conversation with yourself. Once a week, sit down. Even if it's for 10 to 15 minutes, 30 minutes is fine. And gently check in with your finances. It doesn't have to be perfection. It doesn't have to be shame. Just awareness. You can look at what came in, what went out, what's coming up. And instead of panicking, you simply say, okay, this is where we are, girl. I can work with this. This is where softness meets strength. Softness does not equal shame. Strength equals intentional. I have my money check-in on Fridays. Finance Fridays for me, boo. perfect time because we're going into the weekend and we tend to be a little bit more loose on the weekends. Routine number 3, auto savings. This is your quiet support system. A soft life is so much easier when your money is working for you in the background. So I'm going to tell you this: set up auto savings, even if it's small. This could be $5 to $10 a week. It could even be $25 if you got it like that, okay? Maybe whatever feels doable for you, because nobody knows what's in your pockets. The point is consistency, not size. This builds financial safety, emotional calm, and future confidence. And over time, you start to trust yourself more, not because you're perfect, but because you're consistent, mom. You're consistent. Routine number 4, simplify your decisions and soften your mind. When we get through our week, we are tired. We don't want to have to think about everything we need to do and make a decision every single day, multiple times a day. The more decisions you have to make, the less soft your life feels. And that's why that Sunday reset matters. That's why your routines matter. Meal planning once a week, a consistent bedtime, a predictable money check-in. These are not restrictions, y'all. They are mental relief. They free your brain so that you can actually enjoy your life instead of constantly managing it. So if you do that, meal planning once a week, you don't have to think about what's for dinner every time your children or your husbands ask you what's for dinner 10 times a day, 7 days a week, because you already know. You have an idea anyway. You don't have to figure it out, and you don't have to go to the grocery store 10 times a week. Your brain is free so you can actually enjoy the things around you each day. So sis, let me encourage you for a moment here, because that's what I love to do. I'm not here to tell you a lie. I'm here to help you keep everything together. A soft life is not about having everything together. It's about having systems that hold you when you don't. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to hustle harder. You don't need to do better. You just need a few gentle routines to remind your nervous system that you are safe, you are supported, you are not behind. Structure is not your enemy. It's your invisible support. And when your life feels held, you can finally relax into your glow up. So if today's episode spoke to you, mama, this is exactly why I created the Hustle and Flow Planner, which you see right there. That is my Hustle and Flow Planner and the Purpose Map. They will help you build simple, supportive routines that bring peace to your time, your money, and your mind without the overwhelm. Trust me. And do this. Share this episode with another mom, with another woman who wants a softer life but feels stuck in the chaos, all right? And come connect with me on Instagram and TikTok at Busy Balance Pay Mom and tell me one routine you're committing to this week. Is it going to be the Sunday reset, the money date, the automatic savings? Let me know, okay? This is Healing, Hustle, and Home. And sis, your soft life doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to be designed. I'm Ashley Springs, your glow up